Right, g'day Junior Tickies, this is Mr. P. In this video that I'm going to be sharing with you we're going to be looking at the theory video 2 of the respiratory system, and this one deals with gas exchange. Okay, so hopefully by the end of this video you've got a good understanding of how the body is able to take in oxygen and move out that waste product of carbon dioxide in the process of breathing. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the lungs, and we're going to look at the alveoli. This is one of those little air sacs that we find in the terminal ends of the little bronchioles, which make up the lung and the structure of the lung. So this is the functional part of the lung, and it allows us to breathe in and breathe out. And when we breathe in, inhalation, it's oxygen, O2, in the air that we need, and when we breathe out, the concentration of CO2 is increased in the air. And it's an important process, this, because it allows us to get rid of that waste product, carbon dioxide. You see, I'm drawing a little capillary that is going to surround the alveoli. And this is a very, very important structure because it brings the transport system of the body, the circulatory system, close enough to the oxygen, and it allows it to diffuse into the blood from the alveoli. And just so that we can see over here quickly, diffusion is the process where we've got substances that move from high concentrations to lower concentrations across a membrane. And you'll see that here in this scenario with the alveoli and the blood vessels, we've got high concentrations of oxygen present in the alveoli when we breathe in, and this concentration of oxygen, because it's higher in the alveoli, allows oxygen to cross those membranes into the blood vessels. Okay, and on exhalation, so once this gas exchange has taken place, carbon dioxide, being in high concentration in the blood, moves into the alveoli, so the opposite direction to oxygen. And when we exhale large amounts of carbon dioxide out into the atmosphere. And this process is called gas exchange. And just for interest's sake, it does take place in two areas of the body, one in the lungs and the second area at the body cells, because the oxygen that we're taking into the blood needs to be delivered to respiring tissues and cells. So that's important for us to remember too. Okay, so I'm just quickly drawing that structure again over here because I'm going to be referring to it a little bit. We're going to draw the alveoli quickly. There we go, with that squamous epithelium that lines the alveoli, and then again when we draw the blood vessel over there, it also lines or is lined with a squamous epithelium, which is a very thin layer of epithelial cells, which brings both of these gas exchange surfaces very close to each other, and it allows for a rapid exchange of gas across the membrane. Okay, so if we look at the surfaces to be efficient, or in order for gas exchange to be efficient, we look at a number of properties, or we look at a couple of things here. Firstly, for gas exchange to be efficient, the surface needs to be thin, and this allows for rapid gas exchange. Now, it's important for us to remember that a thin surface doesn't allow for a lot of gas exchange because that's surface area. A thin gas exchange surface allows for rapid exchange of gas. So we've got to link thin to rapid here. If we look at the next one, we look at a big surface area or a large surface area. So this is for sufficient or enough gas exchange. So this has got to do with how much, or the volume of the gas that actually crosses those membranes. Okay, so in terms of surface area, we link large surface area to sufficient gas exchange. If we look at another property or another adaptation that allows a gas exchange surface to be efficient, we need to have a good ventilating mechanism, and this is how we breathe in and we breathe out. So we know that our lungs do have quite a nice ventilating mechanism. Because of our breathing in and our breathing out, we are able to ventilate the alveoli. In other words, there's a constant supply of a high concentration of oxygen, and then there is a constant removal of carbon dioxide from the alveoli when we exhale. If we look at the last one over here, we can see that there is a good transport system to this gas exchange area as well. So in other words, there's a constant supply of red blood cells circulating around the alveoli in the lungs, and this allows for oxygen to continuously move into the blood and to the respiring tissues, and then also the diffusion of carbon dioxide out of the blood into the alveoli to be exhaled as a waste product of cellular respiration. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, Junior Techies. It was a very quick video, just dealing with the gas exchange surface, particularly in the lungs. And I hope that it's going to help you when you are preparing for your final exams and answering some of those very nice questions that we have in the worksheets dealing with the respiratory system. Okay, Junior Techies, just a reminder, make sure you get your hands on that theory booklet and the questions and work through those. We work through a few questions together in some of the other videos, so do get your hands on those. Try them first, then watch the videos and see how well you've done there. All right, this is Mr. P. I hope you do join us in future for some of the other videos, and then good luck in your preparations. Thanks.